we promised, here we are again to listen our friend Peter Lucarelli that I had the pleasure to meet on 7 months ago, and now he's coming and he's here with us, and his life evolves, and I want to share with you the development of a relationship that started 7 to 8 months ago and now keeps on and going, very promising for future. So Peter, tell us, how is your experience now? How are you feeling the development of your relationship since we met and since we met Ina? How it started?
Look at her, how can I not be happy? It's going wonderfully.
Теперь я должна что-то вводить.
I met Ina through Alex, obviously, and Ina's a personal friend. And as I explained last summer, that I'm very happy and with Ina, and everything's going great. I've been here twice since that time to see Ina. We went to Crimea for a week and spent a vacation on the beach. And I'm here again for 3 weeks, and just to spend time with Ina. And we continue to grow in a personal way together, although we don't speak the same language, but it's interesting that we can understand each other on a different level, and I'm not sure how to explain that, but it's kind of amazing, to be honest with you. But I'm very happy with Ina, and I hope she feels the same about me. I think she does, by the look at her. Look at her face.
Ina, do you feel happy with Peter?
Конечно, счастлива. Очень счастлива.
I'm very happy to see Peter again.
How it start? Как начинается?
Сразу поняла, что это
When I
мой
saw
человек.
Peter, I realized that this was my man.
And why you say that?
Ну, я не знаю. Ну, вот увидела и все, и поняла, что все созданы друг для друга.
I don't know, I just saw him and realized that we are created for each other. He's very kind and
То, что он за меня
attentive,
переживает тоже
and
очень.
he worries about me,
I do
and that's
worry.
why I love him.
So Peter, tell me, was worthy all these efforts that you had to come and breaking your work and changing your lifestyle and dedicating yourself to this quest to come here and to be with us and try to develop your life in future? How do you feel this difference between being there, being here, and trying to build a relationship with someone that is completely out of what you are used to? The mentality is different, the habits are different. How do you feel that? Do you believe that this happened? I believe so. You are the living proof of that. Just give me your words about.
Well, I can go back a ways.
Yeah.
I came here by myself, without no tours and no expectations. I just jumped on an airplane, wanted to go to Ukraine, experience the culture. I spent a couple days in Kiev, looked at the beautiful domes, and walked around the square. And I came here initially to see the oldest city in the country. It has most history and whatnot, and ended up shortly thereafter meeting a friend of Alex's, just out playing billiards, and then shortly thereafter ended up meeting Alex, and then shortly after that he ended up introducing me to Ina. And I remember seeing her in the back of his car as he pulled up, and I tried not to look too interested in her, but I'm like, who is that? Ooh la la. And then we went to play billiards, right? And I'm like, Alex, who's that? So, well, that's my friend Nina. I've known her for 4 years, and she's a friend. She's not on any websites or anything like that. She's a good girl. She's a nice girl. And so we were playing billiards at a local billiard hall, and after that, then we started to see each other at different places, and then Nina needed to leave to go to her mother's for a week. And Alex asked me how I felt And I said, honestly, Alex, I don't want to see anybody else. And I will wait for Ina to come back.
As I remember, was the first one. So with me, you never met anyone, just
That was
Ina.
just Ina, that's it. And so I knew at that moment that I was going to do everything that I could to see what would happen with Ina and I. And ever since then, I've done that. And we've gotten to this point, and to this point is we are engaged. And I'm very happy about it. And I thank you for everything. And thank you, Alex, as well, of course, because I would have never met the love of my life without you introducing me to her. So thank you.
Thank you.
So that's
Алекс
where we've
заскакал
come
в шляпник.
from a meeting to now, and that's been, like you said, about 7 or 8 months.
Yeah.
And so
Okay. So just I would like to ask you, because other people to understand, though you don't have experience about tours, as you said, that you
No.
never came on tours, but how do you feel the fact that you have, if I can call myself, I believe so, a friend here, but if
No,
I
you're
would not be
definitely a
your friend, what
definitely.
is the importance of have a local supporting person for someone that comes alone like you? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel that you can trust, and do you feel home and safe? And does it really make a difference between coming alone and don't know anyone, or come to someone that you already somehow know who is the person, and that person will be
I understand.
your help here?
Like I said, I came here on my own, and being in Kiev, a city of millions of people in a foreign country where you don't speak the language is I wouldn't say scary, but I would say a bit inhibiting to myself. And once I got to a smaller city, Poltava, it was a little more comfortable, but I wore the wrong clothing. I looked like an American much more than I do now when I go out. So my focus or my advice would be to blend in as much as possible. Just be yourself, be comfortable, and be honest. And if I would have had somebody like Alex to be there for me when I arrived the first time, for example, pick me up at the airport, which I did not have. For example, bring me to the city I want to be at, which is Poltava, because that's where Ina is Poltava. And to feel the safety of his, friendship and his contacts in the city. And I'm just happy that I met him when I did. I wish I would have known him before I came here the first time. Instead of going what I went through is kind of the Ukrainian gauntlet, per se. All of the people that see this, and believe me, which hopefully you will for your own benefit, is to just pick up the phone or get on your computer and give Alex, my friend. I wouldn't advise this. I'm very selective when it comes to friends, and he's definitely a friend. If you just give him a call, my friend a call, and just say, Alex, I'd like to come to Ukraine. What can you do to make it easy for me and comfortable and safe and also not expensive? And he will help you out, and you can be in his hands and feel fully confident that you will be safe, comfortable in a nice apartment, which he found me this apartment. I said, Alex, I'm going to be here this time. Find me a nice apartment. He said, Peter, this apartment was just finished. You're the first one to stay in it. I'm like, that's what I like, a nice new apartment. So you have the great benefit that I did not have by seeing this and already knowing Alex. Just give him a call, and it's very simple for you. But now Ina wants to speak, and she's been saying, Peter, quiet so I can talk. She wants to say something, so I leave it to my
Ина,
princess.
что ты будешь поговорить?
Что я буду поговорить?
Скажи у нас твою историю.
Нас познакомил Алекс.
I want to say that Alex introduced us originally, and when I saw Peter, I liked him right away, but he seemed to me very serious. But it changed when we went to disco together, because there I saw him from different side, and I already knew that we will be together.
Чудной. Он мне так сразу понравился.
Oh,
Вот.
you were right.
Потом, когда мы съездили
And
уже
then
на
he
море,
came
когда мы
again and
побыли
we went to
целую
the
неделю.
seaside for a week and we stayed together for 1 week. Then we
Вот.
became closer to each other.
Это уже более,
And
больше
there came a point
сблизились.
where you understand
Таким
that this
образом,
person is for
ты
you.
понимаешь, что
And
человек
now
твой,
he came again and made a proposal to me, which I said yes to. And now I want to be with this person and I want to stay with him.
С этим человеком.
Very nice, baby.
One question that I would like to hear your answer about is that you had the experience to be alone in both places. The big city, Kiev, capital, millions of people, as you said before, and Poltava with less than 500,000 here. What are the difference that you find? Because as we all know, they are beautiful all over the country, but what makes for you Poltava special in terms of the place and the people that you find here, the mentality? How do you feel that? Why Poltava?
Well, I'm a small town guy. I was raised in small towns. I live in a small town in Alaska. And I think all foreign men would, if they were to find, for example, somebody they want to spend the rest of their life with, they would prefer a small town or country type of girl. I know I do. And so I was happy that Ina grew up out in the country and on a little farm, and that I was able to find somebody like that with the type of nature-loving philosophy that I have as well, and loves animals and is friendly to everything and everybody. And so big city's just not for me. But to experience Kiev is amazing. It's an amazing city, and I would like to take Ina there sometime if she would like to go and spend a week running around Kiev. That'd be great. But small cities, definitely the best. And Poltava's a beautiful place. I've been to Kharkov, which is also very nice, but it's big, and I just don't feel comfortable in bigger cities. Poltava, I feel very comfortable, and with Alex.
And what is the difference between the ladies that you saw in Kiev? Not that you went to meet them, but the behavior, the mentality. Do you find difference between Kiev and Poltava in terms of mentality? In Kiev, it's full of foreigners all the time. So we walk on the sidewalk and we can cross with 10 foreigner men with no problem. In Poltava, you may find 10 foreigner men in all the city. Mm-hmm. So, and this make that people here, the girls, in this case, they are not used to deal with foreigners as much as that. So it's like they are much more preserved from the outside world and all the good and bad things that bring along. And that's what I was trying to understand, if you felt that difference between the highly already adapted to foreigners and still country girls that we can find in Poltava. Do you agree with me on that?
Oh, I agree. And I think that foreigners that would come to a place as Ukraine have their defenses maybe up a little bit to be protective of themselves and potential again.
You can say the word scammers, because it's what we fight the most.
Basically what I was going to say, but I didn't really know how to say it. But yes, I've experienced close to that situation. I've heard a lot about it and spoke to many men that have experienced it. And I've spent a total of 3.5 months in Ukraine in the last year, and I can basically tell by seeing or speaking around or with someone what their intentions of the female might be. And in Kiev it's much more prevalent than in a small city as Poltava, but it's still also prevalent in Poltava. But
that's why I'm here.
well, I was thinking about how to say it, but Alex will, I don't mean to sound, like it's cut and dried because I don't think it is, but Alex knows this city and he knows the people in this city, and he will look out for your safety financially, as well as put you in a nice apartment, and as well as get you from the airport to here, and make sure you have a good time too. And hopefully, if you're lucky like me, you'll meet somebody that he personally knows, like Ina, that he can feel in his gut that maybe this guy and this girl would be good for each other. And if he sets you up with somebody, you should go out with this girl. I'll tell you what, just listen to what he says, because I know 3 other men, 2 that are getting married, and 1 other one that he said, okay, I think this is a girl for you. And within a week, the men knew.
I want to know which are your plans for future with Peter, how you see the future, kids, no kids, how you imagine your life along with Peter forever.
Ну, сразу у нас будет свадьба. Вот. После свадьбы мы уже определимся, где мы будем.
Well, we will have a wedding to begin with, and then we will decide where we will live, here in Ukraine or where Peter lives. Then, of course, we will have kids, and everything will be alright for us, and we will live better than every other person.
Будем жить лучше, чем живут другие. Вот.
Happier than every other person.
Все у нас будет хорошо.
Everything will be alright for us. We just will get married, and then we will start our life together, and then we will talk about kids and about our life, but everything will be great
Ну, мы же любим друг друга.
because we love each other.
Вот.